Thought I'd spend the night here if she's not back soon. Watching telly with the sound off.
Sometimes it's the best way to see it.
Makes a heck of a lot of it more bearable. My sister's husband, Jock, he was a tough bloke, but good. Guess when he died, Johnny just got out of control. That's 5 years back now he went. Cancer. Well, you know, I've advised Kate, but when you've got kids of your own, they always seem such a handful. Never seems to be a lot of time spare for keeping an eye on somebody else's. I damn well should have helped Kate keep Johnny on the rails. Now I have to take some responsibility for it.
You can't say that, George. Johnny Collins is 21.
Oh, he's a kid, Mum. He's not grown up. He's still got the mind of a teenager looking for trouble. I'm dreading her walking in here. It's going to be a hell of a shock. Couldn't be worse.
Yes, it could. Mr. Hamid could be dead. Well, I must be off. Let us know when she turns up, yeah?
Yes, Mum. Yeah. No chance Johnny's innocent, is there?
I know he was there. I hope by the morning I've got the evidence.
Well, this is very unfortunate. Any other reports?
Constable Gallagher has to write his.
Why none from Constable Gallagher?
He was at the bedside at the hospital most of the night.
I don't think this report by Sergeant Beck is very well put together. More importantly, there's no mention of Sergeant Parrish as being a relation of one of the suspects.
Well, obviously, we're very concerned about George Parrish and his feelings. I don't know the exact relevance...
Mrs. Darbley, I'm asking you why there's no mention in reports that the uncle of one suspect is a serving officer in the section investigating the case, and that most certainly is irrelevant.
I've said I'm concerned about George Parrish's feelings. I don't see the exact relevance at this moment in time.
I'm not interested in what you consider relevant. I want in front of me the fullest reports containing all the information.
You've made yourself clear, Mr. Hallam.
I believe I've reached the point, Mrs. Darbley, where I can no longer tolerate your appalling attitude.
May I make an observation, sir?
I am making the observations.
Perhaps mine first, sir. They are relevant to your criticisms. I've heard that there's a place going on the junior command course, and I've been told that if I chose to apply, I will get it.
I see.
However, there is one complication. My husband's not yet convinced about an absence in Bramshill for 6 months. He feels that if I were to take the course, I might well be posted away from Hartley after it's over.
So, decisions affecting your future police career are in your husband's gift, are they?
It will be a joint decision, sir.
Well, your husband's quite right. Just because you're away for 6 months, bobbying doesn't stop in Hartley. There is no guarantee you get your old job back. And I think you'd be best moved to divisional headquarters as patrol inspector on shifts or something. Normally, I'm not that keen on these courses. Intellectual approach, left-wing academics. But in your case, I think a change of routine might aid a shake-up in attitude and established practices. Yes, I think you should go on this course, Mrs. Darby.
I somehow thought you'd think that, Mr. Hallam.
Right. Get Sergeant Beck to rewrite his report, noting Sergeant Parrish's relation to one of the suspects, will you?
I shall pass on the suggestion to Mr. Logan.
It was not a suggestion. And I'll be in Welling for the rest of the day and tomorrow morning. Keep me posted up to the minute on further developments on this case, will you?
Yes, sir.
And as soon as he's made up his mind, perhaps you'll advise me as to your husband's decision on Bramshill.
You'll be the first to know, Mr. Hallam.
George!
Kate,
What are you doing here? How'd you get in?
this is Lamont, next door.
Why are you here?
Sit down, Kate. I'm afraid I've got some very bad news.
Sarge, I found them. They're in here.
What the hell are you doing?
What?
You don't touch till they've been photographed in situ. What they teach you at training school?
Not a lot. I still don't get it. You can't get fingerprints off gloves.
They're black gloves. They look identical to the other two pairs. Prove to us there were 3 of them on the job, all right?
Yes, Sarge.
They're convinced Johnny was the third man.
Well, he wasn't. He wouldn't be. Oh, you know Johnny. He'd never do a thing like that. Rob a post office, hurt somebody.
Kate, he's been in trouble before.
But not like this. He's been in scrapes before, but this is crime. He wouldn't do it. You're not saying you believe he'd do it?
I'm not saying anything. Only, well, this excuse that he was walking the dog.
Excuse? What do you mean, excuse? If he says he was walking the dog, then he was walking.
Where's the dog now?
I don't know. In the house, in garden, in the road. If Johnny says he was walking dog, then he was.
We found a third pair of gloves in a chicken coop on the spare ground behind the post office.
And what can I do for you, miss?
I want some answers.
What for? There you are out there cooking up something to put me in on a robbery. And you'll do it. So why should I talk to you? It's all got beyond chat, yeah? Next stop, lawyers, jury and beak.
No, that is not the next stop. I want the story, Johnny. There's a man badly injured in hospital.
Story? What for? You say I was on a robbery, a bloke in hospital. So he makes his statement and you make him identify me. End of story. Wait a minute. So why haven't I been charged?
You're going to be.
Is it because your badly injured bloke can't identify anybody? Is that it?
I am trying to get you to realise how serious this is and to ask you to cooperate in getting to the truth.
You'd have charged me if the man you say was hurt gave my description. Listen, miss, I'm saying nout. Until I see the lawyer. You're trying to hang this on me. I wasn't there. Hey, you.
What?
I want a glass of water. I've had nothing for hours. I'm asking for nothing more than water.
I'll see what I can do.
Eddie.
Yeah?
Derek.
Yeah?
Put your heads to the peepholes and listen to me.
What is it?
Were you two questioned about third man on job?
Aye.
Yeah.
All right. I haven't been charged. You two walked into their arms, not me. I reckon they're holding back on me because the bloke we hit isn't talking.
You hit? You bashed him against door?
I bashed him, but it's down to you, Eddie.
You what?
For making such a noise, busting door in.
What are you talking about?
And you, Derek. I said let's get out of here, but you had to grab our mead.
You finished him off.
Look, what I'm saying is, and listen, it's because of you two I'm here. Now, I've worked it out, and this is what you're going to do. You two slags are going to make statements saying it was you alone did the job and hit that bloke.
Make statements? Are you daft?
I'll tell you why you're going to drop me out. You're going to say I wasn't there, because if you don't, I'm going to make a statement. And in it, I'm going to give every detail of the last 5 jobs we've done together, including visit to record shop at